Welcome back everyone, and prepare to be bedazzled, because today we're going to be commencing my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Iceman action figure. Is this action figure a paragon of resounding perfection, or should it be relegated to the pegs? In the form of a quantitative score, I'd have to rate him to be a 7 out of 10. This action figure is a decent action figure, to say the least. Would I deem him to be a meritorious, worthwhile, robust, extraordinary, stellar action figure? Does this action figure hit all cylinders? That is for you to decide. Is this action figure the quintessential action figure of Iceman? That is for you to also decide. This action figure has decent details, a decent sculpt, as well as decent textures and decent aesthetics. Furthermore, he has latitude for dynamic posability. You can maneuver him into nearly any pose that you can conceive of in the bowels of your mind. This action figure comes bundled with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Colossus Build-A-Figure, and this action figure emulates his comic book counterpart. His appearance is based on his appearance in the Age of Apocalypse storyline. I love the fact that spikes are protruding out of his shoulders. I love the fact that he comes with alternative hands. I would have preferred if he came with two fisted hands. I would have preferred if he was all the more burly, brawny, and hefty. I would have preferred if he was more muscular, to say the least. I would have preferred if he came bundled with a comic book in tandem with X-Men movies, DVDs, and of course X-Men video games. I would have preferred if he came bundled with a multitude of Build-A-Figure pieces, but he does at least come bundled with an arm of the Colossus Build-A-Figure, as well as a fisted hand of the Colossus Build-A-Figure. Iceman is supposed to be lean, but I think it would have been ineffably epic if he was all the more sizable, and if he had some more heft, and if he was just slightly bulkier. I would have preferred if he was at least 7 inches tall, instead of being closer to 6.5 inches tall. So, if you're looking for a variant of Iceman, if you're looking for an Iceman derived from the Age of Apocalypse storyline, and if you're an avid, devout, hardcore, avowed X-Men fan, then this action figure will appease you. He will tickle your fancy and pique your interest. You will not be unappeased. You will not be disillusioned post procuring him if you ineffably love the X-Men. And he coincides eminently well with a prodigious 6 to 7 inch action figure collection. I just would have preferred if he was taller, more muscular, more sizable, and came with more accessories, such as fisted hands, an interchangeable head, as well as some ice effects beyond just interchangeable hands. He's not meant to maul his adversaries. It would have been ineffably epic if he came with an ice sled and an ice beam, and perhaps additional spikes that he can wield in battle. And I would have preferred if he was all the more brawny, all the more bulky, and all the more heftier, just so that he could stand out more among X-Men figures. But he is a novelty item, and he is a worthwhile addition to an X-Men action figure collection. Especially since his spikes that are protruding out of his shoulders allow him to be superior to other variants of the Iceman. I hope that you deemed this video to be enthralling and insightful. My final verdict is 7 out of 10. I'm done adjudicating over this matter. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.